Alright, so Whitley is reading the safety information down here. Listen to what Whitley says. Read it to me.
Don't do this fourth, don't do this. Don't leave the scoop on when you're trying to pick up hay. It would roll in and damage your thing, and it would also damage your front window.
Okay, what else?
And then leave your door shut just in case you tip over.
Leave the door. Okay, let's read that one. Hold on, let's see here. Just in case you tip over is what he says. So, first one don't pick up the hay with the scooper because it might roll on the tractor.
Yeah.
The other one, leave your door open, leave your door closed in case you roll.
And then don't pick up
pick up one of your friends, he says. And then what else? Yeah.
Don't put your tractor when it's up and plug to electric wire.
Don't touch your tractor when it's up and it's plugged to electric wire. So that's safety. Make sure and be safe out there. What's a guy supposed to do when he buys a disc? It's too big for the gate that he's got.
No, I don't know.
Let's back it out here. So we're gonna see if we can lift it.
Yeah, that's
and
what
get
we're
it
gonna
over
try.
here. So I don't have a good way to film and like use both my hands at the same time, so I'll just have to show you the after.
Is it tipping?
All right, she's just barely gonna miss, I think. I mean, over there we got plenty of room, but here, barely gonna miss. Wow. Well, she's in the field, so I'm gonna get her set down, and Willie and I are gonna get her hooked up, and then we'll show you what she looks like hooked up. That was sketchy, Whitley. What do you think?
Yeah, I thought it would break the whole entire fence.
Yeah, I'm glad it didn't. Well, we got her across the fence. Got her hooked to the tractor for the first time. Got a 5100D here. It's about a year old. And this old disc here, man, she's been rode hard and put up wet, but she's still good. In fact, the back axle's in real good shape. The front one has a little bit of wear on it. I'm gonna wind up having to replace the shafts on it, but not this year. Well, anyway, got her hooked up for the first time. She had fairly new hoses on her, so I was kind of confident about what we were gonna see there. But when I got her together, she had a bad O-ring here. I'll see if I can show you that. You probably can't see how bad that is, but she was on the front of the cylinder there. She was leaking worse than a politician's email server behind a Chinese firewall. So had to get that fixed, and it was obvious whoever had messed with that last really didn't understand hydraulics and the way that was tightened up. So we worked on the top one too, but she's holding now. Confident that we can go try the disc. I'll show you in just a minute what we're going to do. I own 45 acres here, and I lease another 20, so we got about 65 acres that we graze here. And I'm going to try to get 15 of it in oats and cereal rye, maybe a little bit of crimson clover. So anyway, let me get this thing moved around to where we're going to start, and Whitley and I are going to do a little plowing. You ready, Whit? Oh yeah, that's his excited face, isn't it? All right, I got her lined up here where we're gonna start the disc, and I'm gonna show you. We're gonna go kind of line up with those little cluster of trees there and go straight across along that fence line or tree line up to this next tree line here, and then back around to where we're at here. And I think that I'll have to measure this again on Google Earth, but I think it's about 15 acres that we're gonna plow. Let's see if I can get you guys where you can see here. See if you can see the plow. See how this is going to do here. Alright, let's put it on the ground. Alright, let's see how she does. Wow, she's dragging good. First time I've used it.
Who are you talking to?
Camera. Look at what we're doing behind us. We're going to have to disc this more than once, probably. I've got her set as aggressive as she'll go. And it is dry. It is real dry here. So we'll see how she does here. See what we can get her disced up, ready for some winter cover crop, grazing crops, and then try to get some something that's good for hay on it here in the spring for summer grazing, and maybe even be able to cut a little hay out here. So hang with us. Let's see what she looks like when we're done. All right, we're about 2/3, maybe 3/4 of the way done here. And the disc is doing really good. My tractor is just barely big enough for this thing. I mean, this is just at the limit of what my tractor can do. And it's not because of the horsepower, it's just the amount of weight. Now, it's October 19th, 2024, so we're in drought-like conditions. It's really, really dry out here. But anyway, I'm having to use four-wheel drive to keep the rear tires from spinning. So, but I do have the disc in the most aggressive setting. And you can see, boy, she's throwing some dirt. She's doing pretty good. All right, well, the tractor did good. Like I said, I think this 14-foot tandem here is about all my 100-horse 5100E can do. I think some of that's because just the weight of the tractor. I do have wheel weights here on the rear. I do not have the tires filled. So, but the ground is really tough right now. We had to put her in four-wheel drive to get her to stop spinning the rear tires. But I've already adjusted the discs here so that next time I'll get a little bit less aggressive of a cut. All right, buddy. And then you can see I can still bring it forward 2 more notches so that after we do it again, then we get the seat out. I can, and this one has 5 notches too. I can still bring it back 2 more notches. I could get her nearly straight there, and it won't be really aggressive, just enough to get the seed covered. But let's go take a look at what we did here. I got no idea what I'm doing. This is the first time, like I said, just a weekend warrior here, just a weekend. I don't even know if you want to call me a farmer. I'm just trying to make this land a little better. I'm trying to make it, honestly, to where we can, bale a little hay on it that we could sell, but also get it to where I'm rotating some crops in so I don't have to hay as much. You know, if I can get this patch here, which, like I said, is about 12 to 15 acres, I think. If I can get this to come up with some oats and some clover to get nitrogen back in the soil, really, and then get some cereal rye in here so that maybe in the spring, when the oats ain't doing so good, that we can still have something here. You can see we tilled a little bit of dirt. We tilled a little bit. I don't know, it's hard to see on the camera, but when you look right down this, you can see that row I was telling you about it makes in the center. And I think that's just because how aggressive I had it set. You can see it's a few inches taller there in the center. But let's see what happens. I'm gonna go get a seeder, and hopefully I'll be able to take a video here while I'm gonna cross cut this. I'm gonna disc this in the opposite direction. Next time I went this way this time. Next time I'm gonna go this way in a few days later this week. Get a video then, and then hopefully maybe be able to get a video of the liquid fertilizer going in, and then the seed going in, and maybe get a video of what it looks like when she starts sprouting. So anyway, hang in there with us.